Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure my cameraman is looking out for me because today I have brought you to one place where we are going to show you the entire process of making the feni, right from taking the cajues till bottling it. So here I am trying to relive my life as a child, and you know what I found? I found a feather of a peacock telling me that there are a lot of peacocks over here. They come here to eat the cajues. So we have come to Pomburpa, invited by Mr. Marius Fernandez, who is now going to present to us the picking of the cajues to distilling it and packing it up. And ladies and gentlemen, there is food too. Sorry, you may not be able to participate, but I am going to have Goan food. Let's proceed. Whenever you come into this type of forests, take care because there are a lot of wild things around here, especially the ants when you climb trees, and when they bite you, you feel like leaving your hand and then you collapse. So let me just go down to the caju tree. Whether it is the Cajuche festival or any other festival or festivities in the church or in the temples or anywhere, one aspect that you can't take out of a Goan is his love for the fish. And when we came here, what I saw was the net. This is how they catch the fish. But they are in the water up to their waist. Where are they going to keep this fish? So what they have is this bamboo basket which they tie on their waist, and they put all the fish inside over here. And then you know our water heaters and the cooking apparatus, the hano. This is how we boiled our water, and we used similar utensils to cook. So here we are. I think we are in for a beautiful fare of Cajuche Feni or urrak, the choice is yours or mine rather, with fish. When I come into a village, I think that soil from the village gets the spirit right through me and makes me do some very naughty things. But I'm going to show you something else which is an intangible heritage of Goa, and that is, you know, we are having 40 different varieties of mangoes in Goa. The king of them is the mankurad. But when we were kids, who cared if it was 40 varieties? We wanted to eat the raw mango. And for that, the best solution was this stone. Good aim, good mangoes. Salt and a little bit of chilies. See, I can see you, you can see you are a Goan and you can see the taste of the old. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove one and show you. But you think I'm going to throw a stone? I've grown old. I'll have to put my hand in a plaster after that. In Goa, we had a very beautiful technique of removing mangoes. A man would climb up a tree. I'm not going to climb. And then he had a stick called as the koble. It had a long bamboo, it had a ring, and it had a net. What did he do? Catch fish on a mango tree? No. See. And you know what was the next step after we did this and robbed the mango? Take the mango, look around if the owner is there, and run. You know, I remember when I was a kid, our holidays were spent on the hill on top. And I mean hills. Something, what you see behind me. Today, most of the hills, you see kaju trees made out of concrete. They are called buildings. But I remember for this small little fruit, we kids, when we were in our school and even in our higher secondary, we used to come rushing up to the hills on top to search for this, because this fruit with its seed outside was the dream of every student that had holiday. Our target, the nearest hill. But target is the hill, that's okay. But if you see, I am sitting here, you know, where there are already cajues which are strewn down, and there is a bucket over here. I have an agenda. The one man that we used to really get scared about was a person called as the Kaskar or Kazkar, a person who looked after the kaju plantation. And our parents always told us, he said, see, be careful. They don't like people coming and robbing this kaju fruit, especially the seeds, because this is what brings them their earning. And this man carries a stick with him, and that stick has got a nail. Now you see how very dramatically they told all this to us. And our malleable minds when we were kids, the next thing was getting scared. So we had to keep one eye on the kaju and one eye on that man called as Kaskar. Actually, I'm waiting here, because I can see that he has kept his bucket over here and he's collecting. I am waiting for that Kaskar, because now I have no fear. But that respect is there. Let's call it fear. I'm just using a word called as respect, but let's call it fear. But let's wait for him. Let's see what this Kaskar looks like. The way that, they used to tell us, it looked like he had horns, he had fangs, and then he would bite us. Ah, there he's coming. There he's coming. Okay. Hi. Hi. How are you?
I'm fine.
Your name is?
My name is Peter D'Souza.
Peter D'Souza. And I am sure that he is a man who is doing the job, because I see his magic wand in his hand, the stick and the nail. So here you are. It is this stick that we used to get scared about. Peter Bob, this plantation is yours.
Yes, this is mine.
Very nice. I'm sorry that we have come here and waited for you without your permission. That's what we used to do when we were kids. So Zante Daletori, we are still in that same habit of, gusaving into kaju plantations without that. Tell me, when we were kids, our parents used to scare us that the Kaskar would come with a stick, with a nail, and then he would beat you with us. Now, is this stick meant to beat children?
Exactly not.
Huh.
This is supposed to be collecting what is fallen down, kajus, and that's how we collected.
Okay.
Of course, when kids, and we were also kids, we used to also do the same as you said, because this thing is once a year.
Yes.
So everybody's are fond of it.
Very nice.
Taste it.
Superb.
And not to collect, but it's a few, as boys, we always used to collect.
Ladies and gentlemen, I love this Kaskar, because he has been frank enough to tell us that even during his childhood, he did the same thing. Okay. Now, he told us that he uses this stick to collect the kajus. Now, God has given us two hands. Why would he want to use a stick, and that too with a nail? Let's ask him what he means by doing that.
Exactly.
Peter Bob, can you show us? Yeah.
Exactly, this kajus, we can pick it up by our hands, no doubt.
Yes.
But sometimes it falls in the thorns, bushes and all that. That's why we use this stick just to collect it like this.
Okay.
Like this. We collect it like this.
Can I try?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, I am holding the Kaskar's wand in my hand. But like Mr. Peter told us, they use this to collect the kajus which normally fall in thorns, because quite a lot of thorns are there. But I think the most important reason why they are carrying this is your waist. Every time you would have to bend and pick it up, now you don't have to do that. So now they just do this and do this. They do this and this. So now I have opened out to you the secret of the stick of the kaskar. Let's find out something more from Peter Bab. This is your wand. Peter Bab, when you collect all this, do you collect them directly from the tree also with this stick, or do you pull it out with your hand?
Because the fallen ones are the
Ripe
ones.
Okay.
And juicy ones.
Okay.
Good juice on it.
Okay.
But when you pick up from the tree, they are a little hard.
Okay, so they may not be ripe.
Yes.
They may be raw.
Yeah. Because some people, they remove from the tree because in other sense, like sometimes they don't get time all the time to collect it. And that is the reason sometimes they throw down.
Okay.
And then they pick up.
Okay.
Otherwise, normally the fallen ones are the
ones which are juicy ones.
Juicy ones.
There you are. So next time you fall down, in other words, if there is failure, learn from this. The fallen ones are the juicy ones. Okay? From where? It's not that if you fall down, we'll make Feni out of you, but learn, get up, face life, just like this Cashew, because once it falls down, it is picked up and it comes to you packed like the Feni. But what I'm going to do, with his permission, definitely, I am going to pull out one from the tree. Oh, before that, you know, when I came in here, like the people of the world, you know, we have got fair people, dark people, brown people, yellow people. Here we have got Cajuches which are yellow, there are red. Any specific reason for that?
I don't know now, in the sense like, as you said, there are different kind of colored people all around. So God has also created these fruits in a so different variety of colors. Sometimes they are mixed.
Oh, yellow and
reddish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes they are greenish and yellowish.
Okay.
You know, it's different.
So now you know, if you come to a cashew plantation with the permission of the kaskar and the owner of the land, you don't have to be just eating one colored cashew nuts or cashew fruits. You have a choice. You like the red ones, eat the red one. You like the yellow one, eat the yellow one. You want the Ganga Jamuna of yellow and red, eat that also, no problem. The juice tastes just the same. But what I'm going to do, I'm just raring to go over here, is to pick up one from the tree, because it's been a long, long time since I was a kid that I have actually picked up a cashew fruit from the tree. And I'm sure you people in the US, in UK, in Australia, in all the countries who are watching me, and even those people who are outside Goa, in Bombay, Delhi, wherever, I shouldn't say Bombay, Mumbai, Delhi, wherever these people, when you come here to Goa, make it a mission to visit this heritage of ours, which is the cashew fruit. But I'm not going to waste time. I'm now going to go.
Especially the villages.
Especially the villages, yes. Come and visit the villages.
Interior of Goa. The interiors of Goa.
That is what Goa is. That is what. So, Peter Bab, I'm going to pick this guy up because I don't have to climb anywhere high. I'm going to pick this up. Yes, in fact, he literally fell in my hands. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this thing and I'm going to... Oh, by the way. Remember one thing about the cashew. It tastes good, looks beautiful, got a good figure in fact, but it also keeps its reminders for you. When you eat this fruit, the juice do not allow it to fall on your clothes, because if it falls on your clothes, they will stain and that stain will not go. So when I eat, what am I supposed to do? Wait. Yum. But there is a better yum down. This is on the battlefield. Later on, we will see what happens.
Okay, that is another way of holding the cashew and to eat. You catch the seed.
Okay.
Okay. Catch the seed. You don't have to dirty your hands.
Okay.
You catch the seed here, bite the end of it, throw that out. This piece
Can you believe that? It's got its own stick like the ice fruit. You can hold it, eat it. But yes, something what I had forgotten to tell you. Do not eat the end part of this. This is very, very, what we use in the word we use in Konkani is dikar. Dikastataka means the raw sap is there inside, and it really gives you a bad taste in the mouth. Now, when he was eating that, he didn't take my advice. And see, it fell on his shirt. And do you know what happens when it falls on the shirt? Wait for a minute, I'm going to show you. This is what happens to your shirt. So don't waste your shirt. If you are coming to the Cashew plantation, wear some of your t-shirts that your mother or your wife is after you to throw out. Use those t-shirts, use those shirts, because you will have to lose a good shirt. And I don't want to spoil my jacket. I don't want to spoil the cashew too. Yum. Now that we have collected, you have seen us collecting all this in this bucket. Now we will do is take the step number 2. First we allowed the cashews to get ripe, then they fell down, we collected it in this basket. And now what we will do is we will go for step number 3, down to the place where they have to be separated out and squashed. Let's head. So now we have come from the cashew plantation and we are heading to their place where we will squash them, squash these guys. So here we are heading towards the Koeni. A Koeni is a place where they collect all this and they squash it. But before that there is one more process. Let's see what that process is. This is the collection point where we are going to keep this. The best way to have the liquor that comes out of this is in a glass with a soda or with a lime. And the best music that goes along with that is the gumot. So we have the gumot also from you by one of the most famous personality whom you always watch with the most famous game that happens in Goa. And here we are for you, the gumot. Ladies and gentlemen, this movement of mine is before I had the Feni. After I have the Feni, I just become superb. Don't worry. But remember, now that we are here for the Cashew Feni, seeing the process of how the cashew is taken out and the Feni done up, I need to show you something. Ladies and gentlemen, this man you will see at all the IPL matches and all the football matches. By God, I am surprised he is not having that sticker here, but everywhere he goes, he has that FC Goa sticker. Amazing fan of football and music. Okay, please tell us why you have this white colored skin while this gumot has got this skin over here.
This is a lizard skin, you know.
This is the monitor lizard skin, which is banned right now.
Banned right now, and this is a goat or a buffalo skin, you know.
Okay, this is now the alternative for that.
Alternative, like the to save the
gumot. One small point that I need to make to you is the gumot, which is an ethnic, original Goan musical instrument. This one, I'm going to take it from him. He doesn't want to leave it. You know, this one, because it has the skin of the monitor lizard, it is banned under the Wildlife Act. The fact that it has been banned, the existence of this gumot comes into play. So what they have done is they have now looked at the alternative of a buffalo skin, but from what we understood at the festival of Gumots is that the best ideal skin is of a she-goat, especially after she delivers. Let's not go more into the morose details of this, but the Gumot and the Cashew. Back to the Cashew. गोंयच्या म्हज्या गोंयकारांनो, भावांनो, भयणांनो, we have come to the village of Pomburpa on Easter Day to bring you the process of how that Cajuche Feni enters into the bottle right from the tree. But when I say the tree, I should tell you something about the tree. And who better than a good friend of mine, a great Goenkar, who is really fighting the cause of preserving, protecting and promoting the flora of Goa, my friend Dr. Miguel Braganza. He is an amazing person, and I'm sure many of you have seen him for the Konkani Fruit Festival which he organizes. Please make it over there every time that it is held. But I cornered him over here in this Cashew plantation because I wanted him to tell you a little bit about the Cashew tree, how it landed here in Goa. Miguel Bob, welcome to my program called as My Goem, and please tell my viewers which are there all over the world, they know the Feni, but they don't know from where this tree came that makes the Feni. So could you please tell my viewers?
Sanjeev Bab. The Cashew tree is something that we feel has always been with us. But even Garcia da Horta in his magnum opus, Colloquies de Simplicis Drogas, does not make a mention of it.
So you mean to say that it is not originally only from Goa?
It is not originally from Goa at all, and it has come to Goa possibly after 1720.
Why do you say that?
We were doing research for getting the geographical indication for Cashew Feni, and we could not find any mention of the tree before 1720.
What is this tree called botanically?
Botanically, this tree is called Anacardium occidentale. The word occidental means it comes from the west.
Okay.
And the tree actually originated in Brazil.
Oh, so the origin of this tree into Goa is from Brazil?
Is from Brazil. Perhaps come via Angola or Mozambique, where it was first acclimatized and then brought here. But in any case, it is not of Goan or Konkan or Indian origin. It has come from there.
So the use of these cashews or the seeds basically has only started after 1720. That's what you're saying?
After 1720, only the use of the cashew apple, which actually not a fruit, started.
But tell me, why did they bring it all the way from Brazil? Why can't they go to Bombay and get another tree over here?
They brought this tree because it has a very special rooting system where you have secondary roots which are spreading sideways and the tertiary roots which are called sinker roots which go vertically downwards. So it is a very good soil binder, and they found that most of the water which flowed into the rivers from the banks had mud in it, and it was causing siltation of the rivers. And during the Portuguese regime here in Goa, almost all transport was by boat, and siltation was a big problem for their transportation, so they brought it here.
Okay. So is that one of the reasons why we find them only on hills?
We find it on the hills for two reasons. One, it's the hilly area is not suitable for any other kind of plantation except forest, cashew and mango. The other thing is, on the hilltops the erosion was more, so more of these trees were planted there. And it was entirely for erosion control that they brought the tree here. One surprising fact which people don't believe now when it's told to them is that cashew nut was not eaten till 1926 in any part of the world.
Woo! Cashew fruit was not eaten, or the nut?
The nut was not eaten till 1926. Perhaps there was a famine, and in the month of June, July, when the famine conditions are the worst, people will eat anything. They will eat grass, they will eat leaves, they will eat the kernel of the mango, but they would not touch the cashew, because when you break it, it has a phenolic oil which is corrosive. It burns your lips, it burns your skin, it blackens and browns it, so no one would eat it. But one person ate the germinating cashew nut, what you call godaule.
Godaule, okay.
So he ate the godaule, met his hunger, satisfied it, and did not die.
Very good. At this stage, you know, he has led us into one small secret. If you cannot come here during the month of April and May, that should not stop you from coming into Goa. Going up into the hills, yes, be very, very careful. These are very, very hot times, so never, you know, fail to wear a good hat, good shoes, non-slippery shoes, and be careful, because that is the time you have our good friends, the snakes, who come out for a walk. And when you go down below the kaju trees, you have the sprouting seeds which have got the shoot, and it has got this raw kaju seed on both sides, which is called as the godaule. Break it and eat it. Keep an eye for the kaskar again.
In 1927, for the first time, they tried to export it to England that time, because that was the main British government all over India at that time. They exported there, but it got weevils, borrowed.
Okay.
The very next year, they didn't try. In 1929 was the first export. Today, it is the only commodity that we export from Goa, the cashew nut.
Let me say a big Dev Borenkuru to him. That's thank you in Konkani. And like he always says in all his messages, Moga Suni.